Okay.
All right, cool. Thanks, Tiff. Today, welcome back to Bamboo Batu, Bamboo Dialogues. Today we have Tiff from Yala Designs, bamboo clothing company based in Oregon. I've been doing business with, or I started doing business with this company a long time ago, back when I had a bamboo store in California. And it's a real pleasure to have Tiff here today. She's in Ashland, Oregon. I'm here in Catalonia, Spain, and we're connecting over Zoom, which is always amazing. And if you love bamboo stuff, definitely check out my website, bamboobatu.com, and tons of free articles. And of course, here on YouTube, tons of free videos. Check it out, subscribe, hit the like button, all that. Cool. Thanks. Tiff, welcome. Tell us a little bit about Yala and how you got to be running the company.
Let's see. Yala is 29 years old this year. It started as a Dream Sacks. We were a different company. We were called Dream Sacks. And so we originally sold a sleep sack, a travel sleep sack that was made out of silk. And around 2006, the founders of the company discovered bamboo and thought it had really great sustainable potential. And they moved forward making some of the first products in the United States in bamboo. And then I joined the company in 2008. My business partner that I currently own the company with joined the company in 2007. And she runs our marketing division. And we purchased the company and became owners in 2019.
Nice. So,
and have been doing bamboo now for a really long time.
yeah, nice. Yeah. Bamboo family.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's great because I started when I had my bamboo shop, which I opened in 2006, also historic year for bamboo products, I guess.
Mhm.
And then I heard about a company called Dream Sacks up in Oregon that was making, I think at that time they had two different styles of women's shirts and two different styles of pants, and then maybe one other item in the catalog of bamboo and
Mhm.
sheets. They were making bamboo sheets. They were like the first company that I found anywhere making bamboo sheets. And that was a big step for me in my bamboo journey, discovering bamboo sheets. It's kind of a game changer. Anyone
Yeah.
who slept on bamboo sheets knows that it's an amazing experience. So yeah, they were called Dream Sacks at that time, and they were still making those sleeping bags that I thought were really fascinating, but I didn't order those because I had a bamboo store and those weren't made out of bamboo. And but they looked
And
really interesting. But
we actually still have that product, and now it is made out of bamboo. It's
oh, cool.
50% bamboo and 50% silk.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh, awesome.
it gets the benefits of both fabrics.
Nice.
So yeah, we've recently been experimenting with a lot of bamboo combinations, which has been really fun.
Okay, cool. So yeah, when I was ordering from you guys, like I said, it started out with the catalog with maybe four bamboo items in it. And over the course of the next 10 years or so, it just blew up into a huge assortment of different dresses and blouses and pants
Mhm.
and skirts and baby clothes, men's clothes. My kids were born in 2009 and 2013, and they were definitely wearing lots of Yala baby clothes,
Mhm.
onesies, and little matching striped shirts. And mom had the matching striped shirt that matched the baby shirt. It was great.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, we love the clothing, and all of that time it was pretty much all the 95% bamboo, 5% spandex
Stand out.
blends, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Um, yeah, tell us a little bit about the benefits of the fabric.
Well, the fabric itself not only is extraordinarily soft, so it's great if you have skin sensitivities. It's a natural sun protector, and it's the antimicrobial factor carries over from the plant to the fabric even after the chemical process of creating bamboo. so it doesn't keep your scent, which is really great. So if you're traveling, you can just hang your shirt and wear it the next day. And so definitely it takes a lot less laundering than say cotton or some other conventional fabrics.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that it has that property, being so odor resistant. We sold lots of bamboo socks, bamboo underwear in the store, and
Yeah.
it always felt funny to tell people that you could wear a shirt a few times and it doesn't stink somehow.
Yeah.
And socks, yeah, really don't hold the smell the way cotton or polyester socks do.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's really the softness, the silky smooth softness that people really love about it. I think that's definitely what gets people to try out bamboo for the first time, when they feel how soft it is. But then when they wear it and then they discover these other benefits, the antimicrobial properties and all that, they realize, yeah, it's actually got a lot of benefits. And yeah, I remember seeing the fabric. Not only did the catalog get a lot bigger at Yala, but I really noticed that the quality of the fabric got a lot better from the very first articles they were making, when bamboo fabric was like such a brand new thing. And yeah, very quickly in the next 2 or 3 or 4 years, the fabric just got better and better, and just, yeah, more.
Yeah.
Just
They
higher
improved
quality.
all the looming and all the manufacturing capabilities as time progressed in China. The Chinese actually own the patent for making bamboo into a fiber and into a fabric. So that process can't be done anywhere else but China.
Okay.
Um, different people own patents on similar things like, say, tensile or modal. And
Mhm.
so some of those you can find in other countries, but China is basically the biggest producer of the sustainable viscose process.
Okay. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about how that process works, because people are pretty puzzled by that when they see bamboo. It's like hardwood tree,
Yeah.
grass, but it's a hardwood grass. And then they feel the clothing and it's like buttery soft. So how does it get from that?
Um, well, I can give you the journey of our fiber. So our bamboo is actually grown in the bamboo forest that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is in. So that's a national park in China, and bamboo has to be every 5 years they have to pull out the older bamboo to make room for the new growth. And so those older pieces go to they get chipped first into they get broken up into chips, like in a wood chipping machine, and then they get turned into like a flat board, and that board then gets pulped. And so after that process, it kind of looks like cotton, really, really similar. And then from there, it goes to the viscose factory where they spin it into a fiber. And it does take sodium hydroxide to spin it into a fiber. But that's a similar chemical they also use on other fabrics, including organic cotton at times. So it's not really any different than the rest of the manufacturing world. The difference with the bamboo is it's in a closed loop system. So the chemicals are constantly recycled. And then at the end of manufacturing, there's no chemicals left present in the fabric. So it's with the process that they use. So it's really great for people that have chemical sensitivities or skin sensitivities. And we also don't use any other chemicals on our fabric after production as far as wrinkle resistant or stain resistant, which is really also very common in the industry, to keep our fabrics very clean and sustainable.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That especially with sheets and baby clothing, both.
Yeah, yeah.
We use a lot of formaldehyde, I believe, right? To keep
Hmm.
it from wrinkling and to make it
Yeah.
flame retardant in case the child gets too close to the fireplace or something.
Yeah,
Um,
and we've tried to bring a lot of other quote sustainable fabrics into our space. You know, we worked for a little bit of time with 100% organic cotton, made in the United States. We worked with hemp, but the one thing that we found was bamboo wins over and over as far as being truly sustainable and being able to have a smaller footprint. So like when we worked with organic cotton, the cotton was grown in the United States, but then it had to get shipped to Turkey to be made into a fiber, India to be made into a fabric, back to the United States to be made into clothing. So the footprint was just huge. The amount of times it crossed the ocean was 3 times. It was just it, and the fact that at the beginning the cotton took probably about 10 times more water than bamboo would use to grow.
mhm.
So in the end, after it, we decided, you know what, even though it's got the label organic cotton, it really doesn't hit what we feel sustainability needs to hit, which is low water for production and as small of a footprint as you can get to the United States.
Yeah,
You know,
it is hard to when you're trying to be a responsible consumer when it comes to clothing.
mhm,
It's so hard
mhm.
to make the right decision or to make an informed decision. And yeah, you see organic cotton grown in the US sounds pretty good.
Good.
And I mean it is better than a lot of options. But and then there's bamboo. Yeah, it's grown in China, but it's sustainably harvested, like you said. Periodically, the old culms need to be removed to make space for new ones. It's all part of the sustainable forestry management, basically. And if it's done responsibly, um, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And the
Yeah.
chemicals, like you said, there's if you want to live a completely chemical free life in this day and age, it's really hard. And the fact is, yeah, the way it's done with bamboo, it's at least the way Yala's fabric is made, yeah, it's in that closed loop system, and it seems
Yeah.
like about as eco conscious as you can be.
And
Uh,
we're really careful also too about our dye process for the bamboo. We dye in a dye house that uses ASIO free dyes, and then the dyes are then go through a series of ponds. Um, it's like 5 steps to where they clean the water using microbes. It's really kind of neat to go there and see. Um, so that the water at the end of the processing is drinkable
wow,
after the dye process. Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
that
It's
is
like super clear and completely free of everything, and they use different microbes at every step.
nice.
So
That's really cool.
yeah,
And you've been there yourself, right? You visited the
yeah, I
factory.
have. The last time I was there was just before COVID in 2018.
Okay,
Sorry, I just got something in my throat.
right. Yeah, you were saying you went there right about a week before the lockdown started. Um,
Well, yeah, we were set to go. We had to cancel. So we were there spring
right,
2018, and then we usually travel there every spring. And spring 2020, we had to cancel our trip. Like COVID hit just a week before we were scheduled to go.
right. That's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah,
So you almost ended up flying there and then getting stuck in China during
yeah, yeah.
COVID. It could have been a
We were
not
super
pleasant
lucky we missed
experience.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I have my own story about COVID getting trapped in the bamboo store, but you can read about that on my website. Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, crazy time. So it's interesting, yeah, all this time that I've been in and out of the bamboo retail business, and you've been working at Yala, and we never crossed paths before.
Mm-mm.
And apparently that's because you weren't working in the same department that I was interacting with. Uh,
Yeah.
what's your role there?
So I started in production. So I've been creating Yala's products for about 14 years or 15 years. And so I know how it's the bamboo works intimately from start to finish. I've followed our footprint. I've actually traveled our entire footprint from the forest all the way to the factory.
Wow.
So that's been really great for both our apparel and our bedding.
Yeah.
And it's kind of neat. What makes our bedding kind of special, our bamboo bedding, one is that we don't use the chemicals for wrinkle resistant or for stain resistant. So it's very, very hypoallergenic. But each one of our sheet sets is cut individually. Not because it's really common in the industry for them to stack fabric and to cut all at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, and so ours are cut by hand, and just very strict attention to detail as far as every piece being a super high quality. We make sure from start to finish.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So all those nice dresses and blouses and skirts and things I was ordering back in 2000 teens, I guess. Those were your designs primarily.
Yes, yeah.
Did you come up with the names also? I remember every article
Uh,
it was had a
that's
little
usually a
name.
team effort. We would all come up with names that's kind of one of the posts. Sounds crazy, but that's one of the hardest things was naming everything to make sure that the SKUs didn't overlap.
Yeah, because yeah, they're all, for those who aren't Yala fans. Every article was always named had a woman's name
Mhm.
for the item, and I
Yeah,
always
now
seem to be like,
we have a men's line too, and so now it's coming up with men's names too.
okay, oh nice, yeah, because I don't remember the men's items having that same pattern back in.
Yeah, yeah, now they do.
Okay, cool. And you still haven't
Yeah,
run out of names. I guess there's enough names out there. You can just keep coming up with different
yeah,
your
for
names.
sure.
Nice. And then the color palette, the color names were really good too. And it was
Yeah.
a long list of colors. I remember trying to keep that updated on my website because I used to sell Yala stuff on my website.
Hmm.
I do not anymore. But yeah, trying to keep all that up to date with the names and the stuff. I'm not really into web programming, so it was a challenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, kudos to you guys for coming up with great names every season.
Thanks.
Yeah. Um, fun stuff. So yeah, I remember there were a lot of other things that Yala does to fulfill these sustainable commitments and
Mhm.
environmental responsibility. I think you guys had an electric van that did local deliveries
Yep.
and some other things.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, now we're fully solar. Our warehouse is fully solar as well as the factory in China. We gosh, what one of our biggest things right now is keeping production low. So we're doing much smaller production runs uh, and really managing inventory really closely so that we don't have overages, because that's one of the biggest problems in the apparel industry is excess inventory that could turn a sustainable company unsustainable really quick. So we don't want any yellow products going to landfill. So we work really hard in the last 4 years, or worked really hard in the last 4 years to create a system where, with the factory, where we're only producing exactly what we need. Um, and so at times that's been challenging, but we've really worked out a system that works really well for us. Um, and then if we do end up with any overages, they almost always get donated to really good organizations. So none of our products ever end up in the landfill or in a foreign country landfill.
Right. Yeah, I've seen a few
Yeah.
stories about that in the news lately.
Yeah.
Which I just, being in the sustainable textile business for a long time, I was pretty well aware of
Hmm.
that. good. I mean, it's depressing to hear about it, but it's good to see it coming to light and getting some media attention, because I feel like the fashion industry is something that people completely overlook when they're trying to live sustainable and green lifestyle.
Yeah.
They look at the car they drive and the food they eat and things like that. But yeah, where how clothes are made is a long story that doesn't get told very often. So yeah, the fact that you've
Yeah.
traveled that whole supply chain from
Hmm.
the bamboo forest to the factory to back to Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've really worked to make our footprint as small as possible so that we're using the smallest amount of fuel we know we need to use in order to get the product from China to here as well. So
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I
yeah,
definitely admire the attention to detail, not only in the garments, but in the whole supply chain and the way you guys do business. Um, yeah, it's great. Um, before we wrap it up, any thoughts on the future of the bamboo industry, bamboo clothing industry? Bamboo clothing is still a real niche.
yeah, I think there's still, I think bamboo is truly this most sustainable option out there. I believe that, especially after having worked with many other. Um, I think that it as people move towards more towards comfort to, and a lot of people now work from home, it's really made bamboo a lot more popular. I think that we have a lot more competition in the space than we've ever had before. But I still think that, especially for Yala, we do it kind of a level up. We've leveled it up
Mhm.
com compared to our competitors. So, I don't know. I think bamboo is going to stay really popular in coming in the near future and in the far future. So I think there's a lot more still that you can do with it too. So we're kind of experimenting. We have a bamboo organic cotton blend that lets you have a more heavier texture. We're
Mhm.
doing bamboo linen blends to change, because I think that's the one area where people wish bamboo had more, was the ability to have different textures,
Okay.
but maintain the softness.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think there's some fun things coming. I mean, the bamboo silk was really fun to be able to use and to recreate our original flagship product in. So, yeah,
Nice.
I
Yeah,
think,
bamboo linen sounds really cool.
yeah.
This is actually bamboo organic cotton from another company from spun bamboo. But one of the complaints I got sometimes about the bamboo clothing was that it's all very casual, just because of the way
Mhm.
it's just like soft and hangs really nice. Um,
Yeah.
I can imagine if you blend it with linen, you might be able to get something a little more structured, like more of like a dress shirt or something like that. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, so I think there's some opportunities in the future to start expanding bamboo into some different areas for sure.
Nice. Well, if anyone can do it,
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be Yala, because yeah, you guys have been
Thanks.
at it for longer than anyone, as far as I know, and I've done my homework on bamboo clothing, so I'm yeah,
Yeah.
I'm confident to say you guys are like the leaders. You guys set the standard in the bamboo fashion world. So keep up the
Well,
great
thanks.
work. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any closing remarks you want to make?
No, it was just really nice to talk to you, Fred.
Cool. Yeah, you too, Tiff.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, and stay tuned for more great bamboo dialogues in the future.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks,
All
everyone.
right. All right. Bye-bye.